Alright, let's do this again, because apparently I don't even know anymore. So, I'm doing this without a video, YouTube video, and playing in the background. See if that's a little better. Not sure, but I'm gonna try to see if I can do this with more confidence, but it looks like I'm not doing that. So, I'll redo, see which one is better than anything. This is Deep Under by MJ. Yeah, why did I do that so quietly? Deep Under by me, MJ. Hi. Let's do this. I really don't have an opening. Alright. Here we go. Yes. Grab some tea, grab anything, really. And sit back, relax. Here we go. When my eyes are surrounded by water, it's cold, weight pressing in on all sides. Beyond the transparent barrier, figures in white coats moved like ghosts, tapping away at keyboards, screaming notes, watching me with dispassionate curiosity. I tried to scream, but the breathing apparatus strapped to my face muffled everything into silence. Do not trust them, the voice whispered. My mind, very calm and unfamiliar, I blinked, confused, but the more I looked at the people outside the tank, the more the voice made sense. They weren't helping me. Not one bit. They were studying me. Without warning, a searing current of electricity tore through my spine. It spread like wildfire across my limbs. The agony was unbearable. I squeezed my eyes shut, clutched my face, slamming one into the glass. Against the glass. Well, congratulations, the voice said almost cheerfully. You bent the glass. Or maybe it's plastic. Glass doesn't bend. Or maybe it does. Whatever. If you were expecting it to break. I hate to break it to you, but you're not strong enough. Oh my god, this is gonna... I opened my eyes, wincing a dent on the otherwise perfect surface. Bent. Not bent. Dented. Oh, tomato. The voice mused. The point is, you've buried trauma so deep in your mind you don't even realize. How many times we've been through this, the pain, the testing over and over. I think they're unlocking your hidden strength. But the truth is, they're digging in the wrong place. It's not your body, it's your brain. Come on, realize that. That's the problem. Don't let them find what's buried there. It's not gonna end well. Why? I wanted to ask. I needed to know. It won't end well. It never ends well. The voice said, not honest at all. Trust me. 2 ended up dead the last time they nearly succeeded. The voice said, 2 dead after they nearly succeeded? Yep. The voice said simply. Another shock of electricity shot into my back. pain made my fist clench. But I didn't strike the glass again. No, you could have totally intimidated them if you had just broken the glass. I said, addicted by my decision. Not yet. Now is not the time to scare them. They could toss me away like trash. Oh, police, they wouldn't do that. Not yet, anyways. You're too valuable to them to throw away. I said, what do you mean? You can't be serious. But I am serious. They don't see you as human. They see you as a weapon. A weapon, yes. That is better. A very valuable weapon. They could possibly throw away until you're useless to them. I don't wish to be discarded. Like a broken doll. The voice got please, honey. That will happen until you break free. You see? And how could I break free? I want to be free. Like, I know we've never tried to break out of here. Maybe we should try that sometime, you know? Get to it. The voice said. The sarcasm was there. I heard it. I looked at the scientists, but they were never really looking at me. Or looked at me. They just glanced and looked away. Just a second, typing something or writing down some notes. I hated this. I want out of here. Out of where? The tube? Or this whole facility? Who was asked? This whole facility. Voice lost. Sharp and echo in my mind, making an echo. Well, then, that's another thing we need to figure out. The voice said, mentally groaned. Real helpful. Pain shot from my back, but it wasn't from the electricity, it was from the conductors being removed from my back. The water began to drain out as soon as the conductors were retracted. Once the water was past my face, the apparatus snapped off and retracted. I breathed in fresh air, as fresh as it could be. It smells too sterile. It's too sterile. And I said, I don't care, it must have been too long underwater. The last of the water drained out, and the restraints on my feet clipped off. The tank hissed and roused up and disappearing into the ceiling. I felt like I could topple over with my knees so weak when the scientist walked over the gown for me. It's a hospital gown. You'll never get to wear normal clothes until you get out of here. Please just break out of here. Gosh. Oh, but outside the facility is a mountain. So snowy and cold. Hold on. Itchy eye. You wouldn't last 2 minutes. You wouldn't last long out there unless you have the proper gear. Would you please be quiet? Stop talking about escaping for 2 minutes. We will get there. We will figure it out soon enough. Another scientist blow dried my hair. They can't have a precious weapon getting sick. Voice said mockingly. Yeah, I think I could have figured that one out. Oh, you think you're a smart girl now. Okay, then figure out how to get out of here before you become an obedient weapon. Shut up first and then I can think about it. Fine, but please hurry up. I have a feeling that it won't be long before that happens. I followed the scientist out of the room into the hallway. The bright lights hurting my eyes. Oh, Jesus, why do they have to be so bright? You're doing good with the test, the scientist said, patting my head like some obedient dog walked. I zipped his hand away and stared at him as menacingly as I could. Don't get friendly with someone who can kill you at any time. My eyes went wide. I didn't even mean to say that. I didn't mean to say anything at all. What was that? That was me, I said. I need you to say that. Why? Why in the hell would you do that? Because it's true. And he wanted to be friendly to put you at ease, making you easier to control. Oh, okay. Quite aggressive with that, scientist said with a nervous chuckle. I should know that. Another scientist chuckled dryly behind me. She's not wrong with that. You get too attached to the test subjects. And when you try to defend them, but you always fail. So don't get attached to this one. He said, pointing to me. The first scientist said, I won't get attached this time. You say that, but it's not gonna last long, knowing you, of course. The second scientist said, walking away. I don't know how to... You get what I mean. I walked away. The first scientist groaned, shook his head. Let's keep going. We kept walking down the hall until we reached the million door. The scientist unlocked it and pushed the door open. Goes inwards. Here's your room. I know it's cramped, but I tried to make it as cozy as I could. But there's not much to work with, he said. I peered inside the room, seeing a cot, desk, a shelf of books, and slippers by the cot. I stepped inside, looking around the small room. You know, I don't like this either. I hope you can forgive me, at least. I turned around to face him. He was old. Graying hair, brown eyes, buttoned down shirt, and simple pants. Shoes. He's already asking for forgiveness? How quaint of him, the voice said. Why should he be forgiven? Jesus, Lucky Cookie. Oh, God, cat. Just a second. Lucky Cookie. Lucky Cookie. Lucky Cookie. Cuckoo. Hello. You're so cute. Hold on. Come here, Lucky Cookie. Lucky Cookie. Cuckoo. You're so cute. What are you doing? I just got into the room. Hold on. Where was I? Why should he be forgiven? Okay. Come here, Lucky Cookie. Okay. Come on. Look at Cookie. Come here. Come here. Cat. I got a cat. Let's get down. I love you. I do love you, Cookie. Okay. Why should I forgive you when you're complicit in all of this? You're doing nothing to help me or anyone that may be in this facility with me. How could you ask for forgiveness when you have done nothing to help us? Yes, scientist didn't respond. Your body told you not to get too attached, so stop trying to have a conversation with me. Because Loki, Cookie, Coco. How you doing? Come on, Loki, Coco. Okay, time for you to go. Wake up. Come on. Okay. Jesus Christ. Look at Coco. Listen to me, Coco. You are adorable. I love you. Okay. I love you. Look, come here. Okay, I got a cat. Because I won't get too attached to you. So I just slowly closed the door. Locking me. Click of locking me and told me all I needed to know. Those white lights. Okay, alright, I'm not doing this. I'm not having it. Okay. What? Let's go. Come on. Come on, Lucky Cookie. Go. Come here. Yes, come. Yes, you are adorable. I love you. I do. Okay. Seriously. Lucky Cookie. Go. Okay. I'm gonna try that again because Lucky Cookie is a local Coco. He's a Coco. He's adorable, but needy. Okay. Need to start meowing. I know. Okay, let me try the whole scene again. Meow. Oh, Lucky Cookie. Coco. Okay, where was I? I'm just gonna start over with that. You know I don't like doing this either. I hope you can forgive me, at least, the scientist said. I turned around to face him. He was old and graying hair, brown eyes, button-up chin, simple pants and shoes. He's asking for forgiveness already. How quaint of him. I don't even know what he's about. The voice said, why should he be forgiven? Why should I forgive you? You have been complacent in all of this. You've done nothing to help me or anyone that might be in this whole facility. How could you ask for forgiveness when you have done nothing to help us? Yes, the scientist didn't respond. He just stared at the floor. Your body told you not to get attached, So stop trying to have a conversation because I won't get attached to you. The scientist sighed and slowly closed the door. A click of the lock connected and told me all I needed to know. Quite harsh words, and from your own mouth with your own words. I'm so proud. That guy needs no forgiveness from us, or really, you. The voice said, I started sitting down on the cot. Now we need to figure out how to get out of here. I'm done with all of this. The voice laughed. So honey, there is no us. There's just you. Just you. You're the only one who can move, and you have the brain. Huh? You're the one who has been bugging me about escaping. Yeah. But I was trying to get you to think about it. And it's not like I can physically help. I'm a voice. I'm in your head. It's literally about the conversation. I'm in your head, so I can't help. Okay. Then help me with ideas since you know so much about this place. Well, that's the thing. I only know so much from your memories, the ones that you suppressed. Your mind has locked away. As I said, and I have never escaped before. So how would you know that the facility is on a mountain? Because you were taken here by the scientists. A memory you forced yourself to forget. The voice said, help me remember that moment. Maybe it can hold important clues. I don't know if that's the best idea. The voice said, what do you mean by that? The voice said, it was also the moment your strength awakened. It could happen again if you really relive that memory. What happened in that memory? Something you may not like. Show me the memory. Help me keep myself under control when I do see this memory. Or sigh, what comes to my mind? Okay. But we do this my way. My way. We do this my way. Sorry. And fine. How do you want to do this? Look through the desk drawer. There should be a journal and a pen. I stood up and walked over to the desk. Opened the only drawer on the desk. A small journal and pen was inside of it. I took the items out and set them on the desk. I sat down in a chair and opened the journal, seeing it was empty. Hoping there would be some clues. The voice asked, yeah. I know I shouldn't have expected anything in the journal. Alright, listen closely and write down what I'm about to say. This might keep you from exploding on me. I clicked the pen, picked up the pen and clicked it up. It's ready. And resulted. Right, I'm ready. Thought, taking deep breaths. Okay, let's start from the beginning. The voice began. It started on your 15th birthday. So the one, that kind of thing. I wrote it down, but it didn't make sense to me. I looked 15 years old. We'll get to those details later. Just write and listen for now. Fine then. It started on your 15th birthday. A raid from an unknown group. They tore your village apart, killing anyone. Killed anyone on their sides. You and some other people were lucky because people sacrificed themselves for you. You were on the edge of the village. The burning village. And a boy with the most unique eyes you've ever seen. They were gold. They were red. With gold around the irises. And that's all you remember about him. He took your hand and you began to run away from the village. And then there comes the plot twist. Following around the area, I secured the ravine. And, well, he fell in. You can possibly saved him because you had let go of your hand, not wanting to risk your life. That's when the agony of losing everything, even the boy you barely knew, awakened your strength. It sent shockwaves across the plains, and the scientists were just waiting for you to pass out. When you did, they took you to this facility and began experimenting on you. That's when they realized your strength's only stable in your young 15-year-old body. So they stunted your growth. That's why I looked over the words I had written. How old am I right now? 24. It's been 9 years since the day was said. I took deep breaths, keeping my calm. So you're telling me that 9 years ago, a raid happened to my home family, and then some random boy fell in the ravine. How do we even know? Do we even know he's still alive? Yeah, basically, your brain assumed he was dead. And considering how long it's been, I doubt he could actually be alive. As I said before I can say or think anything, a sharp shrill of an alarm. It echoed through the facility. Blaring. A blaring alarm. I don't know what to do about that. Okay, never mind. And shouts also echoed through the hall. What's happening? Who's shouting right now? It's an intruder alarm. But the shouting, I have no clue myself. Who said intruders? What are they here for? Who knows? But be on alert. We don't know who they are or what their motives are. The voice warned. The voice clicked. It was unlocked. I instinctively grabbed the pen. I'm thinking. Yeah. Hold it like a lap. I instinctively grabbed the pen. Hold it like a weapon. Basically. Be careful, they may as well be more skilled than you. I said, yeah, thanks for the warning. The door opened, flashes like flooding into the room. Or a figure stepped into the room. The figure was wearing all black and a rifle slung across their chest. Oh, great. Pen versus gun. Guess who's gonna win? Spoiler. It's gonna be the gun. The voice said exasperated. Shot it. It's the only thing in this room that can do a bit of damage. The figure's eyes flicked to the pen, then at me. Me, raising an eyebrow, like, really? you're gonna use that. It's the only thing I could find that could do some real damage. I whispered. I figured chuckling. Yeah. Only if you stab them over and over. Only if you stab the person over and over again. You know? They removed their goggles, revealing the red eyes with gold around their irises. Around the irises. Seeing those eyes again, doubt entered my mind. It couldn't be him. He should be dead. Yet I saw surprise in his eyes. Oh, well, bye again. I still remember those beautiful turquoise eyes. I thought you were dead. I muttered. He shrugged. I thought that too, but hey, I was saved. Now I'm here to save you. What's your name? He opened his mouth to speak, but he was interrupted. Chris, what are you doing? You should be arresting the scientist, someone shouted. I'm not actually gonna shout. Just a moment. Just one moment. He muttered, stepping back into the hallway. I was told to open every door and leave people out for the volunteers to check out. And who told you that? I'm your captain. You listen to me. The person shouted back. Julie, you don't know how much that woman scares me. Also, she saved my life, so I owe her. Chris responded. What? That woman has no right to be giving orders. She's a doctor. The captain shouted. A very terrifying doctor. Chris responded. He started thinking against the door. Okay, listen. I'm gonna lead you out here, and once we're at the entrance of a volunteer, we'll hand you a cup and some boots for the mountainous weather. And then you get into a vehicle while a doctor takes you out. Then you'll just wait until we get everyone out of here. Sound good? And yeah. Good. Let's go. Chris said, pushing off the door frame. I got the journal off the desk and followed Chris out of the room. More people in black technical gear moved through the halls, shouting orders, grabbing scientists and pushing them up against the wall. I noticed the older scientist being questioned by the people. I bet he's saying he doesn't know anything. The voice said, probably, but let's focus on getting out of here. I know we're being rough on these guys, but don't be sorry about it. They deserve it. Yeah, okay. I was just saying. As we walked down the hall to the entrance, Chris talked about what happened to him after he had fallen into the ravine. It put me at ease. I was being treated like a human again. At the entrance, one of these volunteers handed me a coat. I can hold your journal while you put on the coat, the volunteer said, holding out her hand. I was a bit hesitant, but placed the journal into her hand. Placed the journal and a pen into her hand. In their hand, sorry. It's no specific. Okay. I stepped on the coat wall when another volunteer handed me boots. Alright, I'm going back to my original task. These guys will take care of you, I promise. There will be nice to you, Chris said. I nodded and took the journal back from the first volunteer. Chris gave us a small salute and headed back into the facility. Okay, come inside now. The first volunteer said, I looked I nodded and walked outside with the two volunteers. The cold wind biting on my face. That's the smell of freedom. I stared up at the vast, cloudy sky, taking a deep breath. I didn't know whether I wanted to laugh or cry. You okay? First volunteer asked. I looked towards him and nodded. Yeah, just taking this all in. Oh, so you're feeling overwhelmed. That's fine. It's normal for someone who's been in captivity for so long. The first volunteer said, I followed them to several vehicles, with volunteers moving around helping other survivors. Test subjects once like me. Some as young as 5 years old. The kids were crying, the volunteers were trying to calm them down. The volunteer led me over to a car and opened the passenger side door. Dr. Kieran, we'll see you soon, so just wait in the warm car until she comes around to you. I said, and I went into the car. The second volunteer walked over with the blankets. Here, something to keep your legs warm. The second volunteer said, putting the blanket over my lap. Thank you. Volunteers, I whispered. The volunteers nodded. No need to thank us. You're safe now. The first volunteer said. I smiled upon hearing the word safe. I felt safe now. Rest up. It will be a while before we even leave, second volunteer said. The same one was called away by another volunteer, and the first one closed the car door and heading over to the truck to help with the kids. I settled into the love seat, looking at the facility. Our volunteers leading the young kids out of the building were safe, but it was overwhelming. I leaned my head against the window, closed my eyes. You're finally out. Not how I would imagine. Not how I imagined it, but either way, you will. You'll never interview. So I said, will you be leaving me? Are you kidding? Please, I'm not going anywhere. We still have some work to do with those suppressed memories of yours. Now there's a we. Oh, now there's a we. It is. Hey. You need my help. The voice said. I said, I was just kidding with you. You're annoying. Don't ever do that to me again. The voice said. I felt the car rumble to life. I opened my eyes. I turned to the driver's side, and I saw Chris sitting in the driver's seat. Did I wake you? He asked, glancing at me. I shook my head. No, I wasn't really sleeping. He shifted the car into gear. In reverse, he's putting it into reverse. Listen, and how would you know that? Look at the freaking the whatever it is. There's an R. That's for reverse. Again. How would you know that? It's been years in captivity. I'm pretty sure being from a remote village, I doubt there be cars around for me to remember. Never mind. The car was moving in reverse now. Chris turned the car around. You know you can sleep if you want. No one's stopping you, Chris said, focusing on driving. Okay. Down the mountain. Might as well take a nap. It's been a long day. So I said I peered into the back seat, seeing two teens snuggled together on the blanket. And they were asleep. Those two were the other older kids. Only 16, the both of them. Chris said, doesn't that mean the rest of the survivors were kids? Or just kids? Kids asked. Chris saw him for a moment. Yeah, the oldest of them were only 10 years old. 10? Seriously? My God. I turned back around, leaning back into the seat. That's just terrible for those kids. Yeah, but no scientists will pay for their crimes. I thought I would be checked out by Dr. Kieran. Are you seriously changing the topic? I wish to document something else. So the past and leave the past in the past now. What is this? Oh, she knows you were supposedly sleeping, so she left you alone. Also, she was told to wrap it up because we had to leave. We were already behind schedule. And Chris said, driving the car onto what's it called again? Like I know. Ask him. He knows. I get my information from your brain. Yeah. And how would you know if a car can go in reverse if you've never been in a freaking car? Shut up. What are we on right now? I asked. I was also a little embarrassed about that question. It's called a road. It's man-made for vehicles. Oh, wow, we're in civilization again. I looked out the window. The winding road stretched far down the mountain. Yeah, it will be wrong for you guys. But we're gonna leave them adjust to the environment. Chris said, the first stop is the research/hospital center. That's where you guys will be staying until you are ready. Hold on. Just... Hey there. It's a visible smudge. Don't forget. Smudge. I can't see very well. Okay. Okay. That's where you guys will stay until you're ready. They'll monitor your health. They'll be through your trauma, and they even have animals that you can take care of and keep too. Animals are known to help through anxiety and a lot of the things that I have never researched. I'm sorry. It's not what is this researcher/hospital center? I asked. It's a place where researchers and doctors work together. Researchers have a broad field. Wasn't expecting that. Excuse me on that. They'll be researching a variety of things. Doctors are there to help the sick and injured people. And other things, but you know what? It's a general explanation. Do the researchers do experiments? No, most of the researchers use simulations, especially when they're researching the environment, the weather, animal behavior, most interestingly. But when researching diseases, that's when human experiment comes in. Don't worry though, the people are willing and have consented to the experiment. They also get paid for it, and no one's held against their will. And on the day of the experiment, can the person back out of it? Yeah, they can back out of it if they want to. If they don't want to do it anymore. Chris said, I breathed out a slow breath. That's amazing. That's really amazing. It sounds so amazing. I'm not there, I muttered. That's because these researchers are more sane than those evil scientists, the voice said. Oh, and there's this one cat that roams the halls of the center. His name is Mr. Sassy. He swats scratches and hisses at anyone that passes by him. Chris said, playfully angry. I giggled. He talked to Mom. This Mr. Sassy cat. That little jerk has a vendetta against me. Anytime I would pass him, he would purposely trip me. How would a cat purposely trip you? He gets one in my pants. As long as I hung onto the fabric, that jerk would hold on long enough to make me trip. Chris ranted. Did you not know? Is the cat holding on to you? No, he doesn't. When I am dismounted and when there are lots of people around. He sounds like a yeah, one real dream. As the car continued down the road, Chris informed me on what the research hospital center would look like and what the city would be like. The teens in the back woke up a few times, still stayed quiet. At one point, while Chris was talking, I fell asleep. He didn't wake me up when I had fallen asleep. Maybe he wanted you to sleep. You've been through hell. I think you mean I've been through hell. I've been through hell. Anyways, by the time he had woke me up, we were at the research science hospital center. Morning, Fabian. You fell asleep on me. I said, Chris said, that was Chris. I stretched my arms and legs a bit. Go on. Sorry, I guess I was really tired. I said, don't be sorry. You needed the rest, Chris said. Turned to the teens in the back. Kiddos, wake up, you know. That, I didn't mean to do that. That was, no. Okay. Loki being Loki. The teens groaned as they woke up. What time is it? It feels late. Teen girl asked. Chris checked his watch. It's 2 a.m. Let's get inside. He said, open the door and getting out. I was about to open the door when it was opened by someone else. A woman with frazzled brown hair. Dark brown eyes. With pajamas on. Julie, I had it. I could have opened the door myself. Chris said. The woman, Julie, rolled her eyes. Opened the backseat door. Whatever. You decided to take the snake route. So you took forever. Let's go. Now. Julie said, turning around and walking through an open door. Wow. Okay. That more pages ago. Let's do this. Me and Jeans got out of the car and followed behind Julie. Welcome to the Research Hospital Center. Research Hospital Center, but you know. Okay. I am Dr. Julie Kieran. I am the main doctor of the center. I will be checking in on all of you, making sure you're adjusting well. There are therapy animals here. You can choose one to have, and they will help you through your anxiety. You can care for them, and they care for you. Julie explained as we walked. She led us down a hall to 3 rooms. Here are the rooms you'll be staying in. You guys can choose whichever one you want. They're all the same anyways. There is an armoire in each room. It's basically something that holds clothes, so you guys can change into real clothes, get in the hospital gowns. Okay. The 2 teens headed into one room that was closest to the girl. So it was like on the right. The ring. Okay. Closest to the girl. I could tell they were very close with each other. Okay, well, there is another room if either you want privacy or space. I don't care. Just don't be stupid. Julie said. The boy poked his head out of the room. I was a bit confused by her words too. He was confused. Vision clear on his face, and what do you mean by that? The boy asked. Chris patted him on the shoulder. You'll learn about it soon. Julie will teach you, right, Julie? He asked. No, you will. No, you will. I will be teaching. I'll be teaching the girls. You're lucky with just that one right now. Basically talking about puberty. Because they were never done that. Okay. Julie said, walking away. Chris sighed. Alright, go inside. Let's go inside, change, and go to sleep. I slept inside in the last room on the left, leaving the middle room open for one of the teens to use. Inside, the walls were painted light green. A bed on the far wall with when you first walked in. With a floral quilt draped over it, the carpet was soft beneath my feet. The armoire Julie mentioned was across the room from the bed. Near them was a desk. I walked up to the desk, flipped on the lamp, illuminating the desk. There were pens, pencils, color pencils, markers in a cup, small drawers of paper, journals, and sticky paper. I placed my journal on the desk and turned to the armoire. This way. I opened the doors of the armoire and saw clothes. For once, a new thing for me. Well, what are you waiting for? Get out of the gown and get in some real clothes. The voice chuckled. Alright, don't get too excited or I won't be able to sleep. I took off the coat and put it on the back of the chair. I took out a shirt and pants, took off the pressing gown and put those on. I heard myself feeling fabric against my skin. This is amazing, I thought. Yeah, get into bed and go to sleep. We're gonna have a long day ahead of us. I rolled my eyes. You mean I'm gonna have a long day ahead of me? You're just here for the ride. I walked over to the bed, pulled back the covers, and was about to get in. About to get into the bed when I heard a noise by the door. A soft and loud meow outside the door. I walked over to the door and opened it. I looked down to see a fluffy white cat right in the eyes. I knelt down and petted the cat, hearing it purr like an engine. If you remember the cat, Loki. The Loki Lamon. He was purring. Kind of like that. You know? Okay, never mind. Oh, you must be Mr. Sassy. Heard all about you, I said, scratching him under the chin. Mrs. Sassy rubbed against my hand as I continued petting him. A memory flashed in my mind, seeing a white cat with bright blue eyes in a box. I quietly gasped as I scooped him up. Oh my goodness, you're Mr. Whiskers, my childhood cat. I remember you just as you remember me. Have you been waiting for me all this time? Oh, I might cry, actually. This part is really cute. I asked Mr. Whiskers meow, which I believe is a yes for him. I rubbed my face in his fluffy fur. Oh, I lost you that day. You've been waiting here, and waiting for me. That's why you've been so sassy. I stood up. I stood up, pulling Mr. Whiskers as close as I did so. Oh, my sweet boy. I'm here now. I closed the door and walked back to the bed, lying into bed with him on my chest, warm and purring. Well, I guess you found your therapy animal. I was teased. I chuckled. Found me, I thought, so I drifted off to sleep. When I opened my eyes again, a bright light spilled in through the window, blinding me a bit. It's called the sun. It represents the morning, the afternoon. It's morning now, so get up. The voice informed me. I groaned and sat up. Mr. Whiskers got up and walked over to the bedside table. I looked towards him as he pushed a rectangular object showing numbers on it. 6:23 a.m. That's the time. I scratched my head. Mr. Whiskers, I don't understand what you're showing me. I've been in captivity for 9 years, I said. He meowed before cleaning his fur. Hey, do you understand what Mr. Whiskers just showed me? No. There's nothing in your memories about that thing. Knocked brought me out of my thoughts. I was about to get out of bed when Mr. Whiskers jumped off the bedside table, trotted over to the door. He jumped up and opened the door before landing back on the ground, sauntering back to bed. A woman poked her head in, red hair, green eyes, glasses, framed with black framed glasses. Come. Hey there, do you mind if I come in? She asked. The question startled me. None of the signs had the decency to ask if they could enter my space. Yeah, come in, I said. Well, good morning. I'm Dr. Monsoon. I'll be checking some vitals on you. Good morning, I said. Mr. Whiskers hopped up onto the bed, walked over to me, purring and rubbing against me. I could go from his fur tickling me. When Dr. Monsoon walked over to the bed, I see Mr. Sassy has taken a liking to you. He's never done that before. Alright, never mind. I left it open for way too long. He's never done that before, she commented. I chuckled. No, truth, Mr. Sassy, this is my cat. I got him years ago, and I named him Mr. Whiskers. A raid happened 9 years ago, and he ran away. I'm guessing someone picked him up and took him here. Him being cat. Him being sassy was him looking for him. Me. Oh, that would make so much more sense. Cats do have a unique sense of smell. Mr. Sassy Whiskers here must have smelled you and recognized you. Dr. Monsoon explained. I looked at her. You remembered my scent? Asked. Cats are very smart animals. When you arrived, he must have heard you or smelled you. He ran to find you. So yeah, he remembered your scent. The sound of your voice, footsteps, something about you led him back to you. Rain. Dr. Monsoon said. I smelled brightly as Mr. Whiskers purred and rubbed against me. You're so smart, Mr. Whiskers. I cooed his belly as he purred happily. Dr. Monsoon chuckled. Alright, let me check your files real quick and breakfast will be ready soon. I nodded. Okay, what will you be using? Why are you asking that question? I always ask because I don't know what you'll be using, how they would work, how they work. Oh, just a stethoscope and blood pressure cuff. I'm going to struggle saying stethoscope for a little while. Dr. Monsoon said, show me the rounded Y shape with an elongated tail and a disc at the end of it. And an odd man with a monitor and a pump attached to it. Mr. Whiskers rolled onto his feet and walked over to Dr. Monsoon's equipment, beginning to sniff it. Are you making sure I don't hurt her? Dr. Monsoon asked. Mr. Whiskers meow before going back to the investigation on the equipment. I think that's a yes. Dr. Monsoon nodded. I think so too. He's being very thorough with the search. We watched as Mr. Whiskers bit through and massaged the blood pressure cuff and stethoscope. After a minute, Mr. Whiskers held the stethoscope in his mouth, gesturing for Dr. Monsoon to take it. Oh, you're done. Must be safe to use now. Here. Shadow. He dropped the stethoscope into his hands and then flopped back onto his belly. So, what does each one do? Dr. Monsoon hooked the butts of the stethoscope in her ears. The stethoscope lets me hear. Ow. Frick, what was that? Sun pain me. Okay, Cookie. Okay. And your heartbeat as well as your lungs. It's to make sure your heart is working well and make sure you don't have any breathing problems. Okay, I said, sitting up straighter. Soon pressed the disc to my chest, feeling the cold metal on my skin through my shirt. Just relax, it will only take a few seconds, she assured me. I took a deep breath, tension leaving my shoulders. That's good. Your heart is good and steady. Dr. Monsoon said after a few seconds, shifting this to my back. Okay, breathe. Slowly breathe in and out. Slowly now. You don't want to worry her. The voice teased. Gordon turned. Shut up, please. I breathe slowly as Dr. Monsoon listens to my breathing. Alright, your lungs are doing great. You're working normally, Dr. Monsoon said to me. The buds from her ears and said so it was good. She reached for the blood pressure cuff. Now this measures your blood pressure, basically measuring how well your heart is pumping blood through your body. Now it will squeeze your arm a bit, but it won't be too much. She explained, wrapping the cuff around my arm. Either one. Okay. Mr. Whisker stretched into my lap, his tail wrapping around my arm like he's comforting me. Dr. Monsoon began to puff up the cuff. I began to feel a tight pressure around my arms. Mr. Whiskers meowed and pawed at my chest. I looked down and was confused. He's telling you to calm down. He's sensing your rapid heart rate. I don't know. That can spike your blood pressure, but that's normal. People tend to get anxious when it comes to this part. Dr. Monson said I took deep breaths trying to steady my heart rate. My heartbeat. The beam from the monitor simply had thought. I looked at her, seeing a calm expression. Is it bad? I asked as the pressure released from the cuff. Dr. Munson looked at me and smiled. No, it's normal. Like I said, some people get anxious, especially when it's new. But it doesn't spike it too much unless they're really anxious. You just got a little startled when you felt the pressure. She removed the cuff from my arm. A knock echoed on the open door. Dr. Monsoon looked to see Julie. Her hair now tamed and tied back. Okay. Tied back. Good morning, Dr. Karen. Wait. Her hair now tamed and tied back. Her brown eyes no longer showing her tiredness. She was now in a button-up shirt and black pants with a cord around her neck. Good morning, Dr. Karen. Dr. Monsoon said, smiling at Julie. Just gonna text back some Julie. As I heard her. I don't have a freaking. Julie. Is Miss Turquoise in good health? Yeah, she's all healthy. Besides from the trauma on her mind. Sorry to interrupt, but what's with Miss Turquoise name? Asked, looking between Dr. Monsoon and Julie. I guess I'm just gonna leave it up for now. Oh, it's just a nickname I gave you because your data file doesn't show your name, which means they didn't ask you when they talked to you and didn't do research on you. So, and you don't remember your own name from the trauma you've endured. So I chose something that's memorizing, which is your turquoise eyes. Oh, I like it. Taiwan. Anyways, here's the plan for the day. First things first, if Mr. Sassy is going to be a therapy animal, you need to see Lumi in the animal care center. You need to get some things for him, like letterbox, cleaning supplies, a water fountain, grooming supplies, carrier, harness, and leash, with an instruction sheet to help you understand how to care for him, and then run a few city simulations and breed the cat as well. City simulations? It's just to get you used to the city life. It's a bit overstimulating for someone who hasn't been in the city before. Oh, I see. How will that work? Really shocked. We'll start slowly. And we'll start with audio, then sight, then we'll go into full immersion. She said, it will be a slow process. You'll gradually be immersed in the landscape, sights, sound, even the people. Tadman said, alright, we've wasted too much time. Get up, head to the dining hall, get breakfast. Now you can stay there, come back. Or if you want to, you can go see Lumi. She won't mind at all. Though be careful, the animals might try to steal your food. Or will try to steal your food. Either way, the animals will absolutely try to steal food. I chuckled, getting off the bed. Okay, I'll be careful. Mr. Whiskers me out, hop off the bed, heading out the door, and then stopped to wait for me in the hall. That cat has been here a long time. He knows the place like the back of his paw. You're in good hands with him, Julie said. I nodded. I smiled and nodded, following after him. Me and Mr. Whiskers began to walk down the hall when he sped up to something on the wall. He looked up at me and meowed, gesturing to the thing. There. I looked at the thing, seeing the words above it written of the research/hospital center. Oh, I see. This is the layout of the place, I muttered. Second layout. Mr. Whiskers meowed, pawing at my leg. I bent down and picked him up. He tapped a part of the layout where I had a circle. And I had you are here on it, and then tapped the dining hall. Studying the map, Chris's voice asked, which startled me. I turned to see Chris standing there in a black shirt and red pants. Oh wow, he's still here. Hey, good morning. I stuttered. I let Mr. Whiskers let out a short hiss. Chris startled. Good morning, Turquoise. And Mr. Sassy, who seemingly still hates me. Come on, let's get some breakfast. Come on, let's get some breakfast. I'll show you around the place. Because the best way to know the place is exploring, memorizing the shortcuts. We began walking as Mr. Whiskers glared at Chris. So Chris began, trying to avoid Mr. Whiskers' glare. Where are you heading after breakfast? Oh, I was actually planning on taking my breakfast to the animal care center to see Miss Lumi, to make Mr. Whiskers my official therapy cat, and to get care supplies. Nice for him as well, explained. That's Mr. Sassy. The sassy cat I told you about on the way here hours ago, last night. He pointed out. I nodded. Yes, but technically he's my cat that I named Mr. Whiskers. It's kind of a long story. And tell me, I would like to know and see if maybe there's a reason he hates me. Chris said. I giggled from my face against Whiskers. Oh, come on, my sweet Whiskers. Can't you tolerate him? He helped me out of the evil place I was taken to. Mr. Whiskers let out a short hiss in Chris's direction before turning to me and looking at my face. I giggled on my sweet Whiskers and cooed, kissing his face. I felt Mr. Whiskers purr against my face. Chris chuckled. Okay, tell me the story. What happened? Well, at the beginning of the raid 9 years ago, Mr. Whiskers ran off, and after that, I didn't know where he went. After 9 years in that stupid lab, I found him here. He remembered me After all this time, and of course I remembered him, I explained. That, Chris said, pointing to Mr. Whiskers, is awesome. That's some hardcore loyalty. Mr. Whiskers did a cat from an eye roll. Chris seemed offended. Oh, you sassy little cat, he scoffed. This is funny. Chris laughed too. Yeah, come on, we're not too far from the dining hall. He said, the air filled with a sweet smell. Eggs spread even a fruity smell. Chris pushed open the door and then gestured to me to head inside. First, I stepped inside and saw the tables with a few kids from the lab. It seems most of the kids decided to stay in their rooms to eat breakfast. One of the kids looked up at me and Shelley waved. I smiled back at them. The kids smiled and continued nibbling on their bread. Chris walked in after me, seeing the young child smiling at me. "Aw, that's so cute," Chris said, and guided me over to the food area. Okay, this serves yourself a buffet style, which is honestly how a buffet works, so it's just a buffet style. You take a tray, choose what you want, and then you stay at the tables or go wherever you want to go. So turn the tray here, so it can be washed and used again. I nodded as Chris handed me a tray. I put Mr. Whiskers down. He went over to the young kids' table. Seeing him hop up onto the table, taking a bite out of the kids' bread, but they weren't upset. They were giggling, patting Mr. Whiskers. Well, he indulges with the child will indulge in the luxury of food, Chris said. I chuckled. Show me how it works. Okay, come on, Chris said, walking over to the long metal buffet table. I followed him over to it, looking down at the options. First of all, fruits. We have apples, oranges, kiwis, cherries, papaya, mango, and blah, blah, blah. That's so many options. Which ones could we choose? Always asked. You mean me, but yeah, it's many. What could I choose? It's overwhelming for you. Chris asked. I looked up and nodded. Yeah, what do you suggest? How about you try each one, see how you like them? That's a good idea. What's your opinion? What are your opinions on the fruits? My opinions on the fruits? Okay. Apples are simple and sweet. Not my favorite thing, but it's okay. Oranges, tart. Not really my thing. Kiwi is sweet and good. Cherries, tart and sweet. They're my top 5 that I would eat. Papaya. It's hard to explain. It's good for some people, it's just not me. I'm not a fan. Mangoes taste like candy. It's delicious. Candy, what's that? I'll introduce the candy soon. But continue on. Let's just stop right there. Let's not bother with that because that's ridiculous. And sure, peaches and plums are on the top 5 list he has. Oh my god. I'm blah 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 blah. I'm not paying attention to all of that. Anyway, cantaloupe and honeydew are his favorite. Okay, and then why honeydew and cantaloupe? I asked. Oh, they're sweet as hell. Cantaloupe and honeydew are a hit and miss for most people, not me. I've been obsessed with them for years. For a long while, not years. Okay, you should try them, but hey, everyone has their own opinions. Shut up. Oh, what should I try first? I asked. Chris handed me a section bowl, essentially. Whatever seems most appealing than others. Now, does that mean you'll like it? Not necessarily. Even the most appealing things can taste bad. Okay, so, I chose apple slices, kiwi cubes, cherries, cantaloupe slices, honey cubes, beet slices. I smiled at the couple more colorful in the bowl. Does this look good? I showed him the bowl. Yep, that looked good. I picked up his fruit bowl, and unsurprisingly, it was packed with this cantaloupe and honeydew. You couldn't have added any other along with your favorites? I asked. No, I never do that. Okay, what's next? He nodded his head towards the right side of the buffet. I'll be here. We walked over to and I saw so many options for I don't even know what. This is cereal, which I know it's so much, but so I'm thinking we'll come back to this when you're not too overwhelmed. Grit said, leading me over to another table. There was a man behind it. Blonde hair, blue eyes, strange marking on his neck, and white clothes. He doesn't look like a scientist. But honestly, I don't trust him, the voice said. I don't know, I could trust him. Don't be stupid. We have no idea who he is. The voice said. Hey, Louie, you got 2 fresh plates? Chris asked. The man, Louie, smiled and chuckled. Of course I do. He said, grabbing 2 plates. Here are 2 breakfast plates. Pancakes, waffles, scrambled eggs, the whole package. Bacon and sausage, too. Sorry, strange words. He set the plates on their trays. Thank you, I said. Louie chuckled. You're welcome, little lady. Here's a bag of syrup and butter. These are toppings for pancakes and waffles. He placed the packets on my tray. Oh, thank you. What do you do with them? Well, syrup is a sweet, thick liquid. You just pour it over the pancakes and waffles. He demonstrates it. Now, butter is whipped up milk turned solid. You just spread it with a knife. I can't really show you with a knife. But, you spread it. You just, on those. But if you don't want to use the butter, you don't have to. Oh, I usually don't know how to use syrup and butter. I can do that too. Chris said, Louis turned, and I don't care, I'm not even finished. There's more to this. Gesturing to the plate. I nodded. Just do my things. Salt and pepper, you just sprinkle them onto the eggs. It's really answer that. Okay. Thank you very much, I said, checking packets on my tray. See, he's not that bad. We can trust him. Okay, but I warn you, betrayal will happen. I said, just not here. What's on your neck? I just ran to the area. Louie hummed. Oh, my tattoo? Of course, it's your tattoo. Why else would you guess? It's the first time I've seen something like that. Chris said, folding his arms. Right, well, I can't show you the whole tattoo because it would require me to remove my shirt. No, to remove my shirt while I'm working. Please explain that to me. Well, I'm one of the chefs. I make the food and I can't do them with the shirt on. It's a safety and health hazard. Louis explained. No one wants hair or sweat in their food. On their food. Yeah, that would be disgusting, Chris said, rolling his eyes. Louis chuckled. Yeah, here are your utensils and a sweet treat for you. Pineapple bread. He handed me a plastic knife and fork, then a small loaf of bread and a small tray. Oh, thank you, that's really sweet. Placing the items on my tray. Of course, little lady, you deserve what you've been through. And a little fact, the kids love the pineapple bread, and I made it on them, so if you want another one, just come and ask. I nodded. Thank you very much. Do I get one? I was part of the rescue team. Chris said. Louis raised an eyebrow before throwing a slice of bread at him, slapping him in the face. Chris peeled the bread off his face. Seriously? A piece of white bread? Why don't I get a small loaf of pineapple bread? Yes, because it's for the traumatized people from that evil lab, not the rescue team that would save them. Plus, it was funny to throw a piece of bread at you. They said, chuckling. I began to chuckle too. Chris looked between me and Louis. Oh, you really like to embarrass me, Louis. Let's just get some drinks, he said, picking up his tray and leading me over to the drink station. I'm gonna get you back for that, Louis. Sure you will, Louis said, turning back to his work. And that's where we're gonna end that for now, because I have not written anything. Okay. Well, you all have a great time. I will see you all later.